A national survey says that nearly 3 out of 4 customers were dissatisfied with their real estate agent. Now, certainly not all real estate agents are the same, but how does a home buyer avoid the hassle and the lost time that result from just another bad agent? First, let's take a look at 4 critical areas that definitely need some attention. Number 1, the one-man operation. You know the one that's too busy and misses important details. Number 2, there's simply too much hassle to get information on the right homes. Number 3, agents have no accountability for their performance. And lastly, the consumer is simply unaware of how to pick a winning agent. Brian Pellican and the Pellican team at American Realty have recognized these problems in the industry. And guess what? They've got solutions. More so, there is nearly a 75% dissatisfaction rate with real estate agents in America today. But the Pellican team, well, they have a 93% satisfaction rate. Makes you think, doesn't it? Now, what makes Brian and his team so different? Let's take a look back at those 4 critical areas for some answers. Number 1, the one-man operation.
The problem with most real estate agents is that they run a one-man operation. And it's not that they don't want to do a good job, that's not it at all, but there's only so much that one person can do before they run out of time and energy. If most industries were ran the way realtors commonly run their business, you could imagine how chaotic it would be. Think of going to a fancy restaurant, maybe a world-famous chef like Emeril. You know, Emeril, he's got to run out and greet the customers, seat them, take their order, run back to the kitchen, you know, chop up some vegetables, run back out, take their food order and try to serve everything. It wouldn't be long before smoke was coming out of the kitchen, something was burning, or things weren't cooked properly, because there's only so much he can do as an individual. The team approach really allows for us to offer our clients a much better level of service, much better than they would receive elsewhere.
Number 2, there's simply too much hassle to get information on the right homes.
Buyers generally like working with our team quite a bit. The main reason for that is because we do something very different than a lot of realtors do, is we give unrestricted access to all the information that's available on homes. Not only homes that are for sale by other real estate companies or our company, but we also include information on repo homes, bank-owned homes, foreclosures, company-owned homes. In other words, any of the good deals that are out there. And the reason why that's so helpful to our buyers is that, you know, most buyers, when they go looking for information, they either are sitting there looking through all the property ads in the newspaper, or they go through website after website looking for homes for sale, only to be disappointed when they call to get more information on the home. They find out it's already sold, or that they didn't have all the information that they needed and it's not quite right for them. So it's very frustrating for buyers. And so when they work with us, we actually have a specialized email program where we email them all the latest information as soon as it becomes available. It's not something you're going to find out 3 or 4 days later. You're going to be one of the first to know, and our buyers are able to get to the home sooner, which often leads to them getting a better price on the home because they're not in competition with all the other buyers out there. They're the first to find out about it. They can put in an offer and get a negotiated offer accepted before any other buyers even come along to try to compete with us. So that's a great benefit to our buyers. Also, our information is always up to date. This saves just a huge and enormous amount of time and frustration for our buyers. Another area that our buyers really like is the fact that we go beyond providing them just information on the home. We also provide information on the neighborhood. For instance, a lot of our buyers are concerned about crime rates. What are the schools like in the neighborhood? Are there jobs available? Some very important questions that will ultimately affect their decision as to what home they buy. So our buyer services are really second to none.
Number 3, agents have no accountability for their performance.
Another big problem in our industry working with buyers is a lot of realtors have no accountability towards their clients. We take our performance very seriously when we're working with our buyers. In fact, that's why we work with them exclusively. We don't try to represent both sides of the transactions. When we're working with a buyer, we represent the buyer exclusively. Because we take this seriously, we offer 6 written performance guarantees to our buyers to ensure they get the experience that they were promised.
The Pellican team hold themselves accountable by performing for you. They perform right by you or they pay you. Here are just some of their performance guarantees.
Our first written performance guarantee for our buyers is what's called our fast communication guarantee. Basically what this says is that if we do not return your phone calls within 1 hour, or if we do not stay in touch with you ourselves at least once per week, we will pay you $250. Our second written performance guarantee for our buyers is what's called our negotiated savings guarantee. You know, a lot of realtors will promise that they're good negotiators and say they can save money, but promising and doing are two separate things. So we hold ourselves accountable by guaranteeing at least a $5,000 savings for our buyers when they purchase a home, or we'll pay them $500. Our third written guarantee for our buyers is what we call our access to all the homes guarantee. In other words, we don't just tell you that we're going to show you all the homes that are available. If you're able to find a home that matches your criteria that we didn't inform you of or tell you about, we'll pay you $500. Our fourth written buyer performance guarantee is what's called our home warranty guarantee. This basically says that if we're unable to negotiate on your behalf, the seller paying for a home warranty, a 1-year home warranty, we'll buy the home warranty ourselves up to $500. Our fifth written performance guarantee for our buyers is what I call our Love Your Home guarantee. You know, a lot of buyers feel that their agents are simply interested in earning a commission, not really interested in whether or not the home is good for their buyer. We don't feel that way at all. We're very concerned that our buyers get into the home that is perfect for them, and so we'll take extra time to ensure that. And we guarantee that by stating that if you're not 100% satisfied with your home for any reason at all within the first 12 months after buying it, we will either buy your home back from you or we'll sell it for you for free. Our sixth written performance guarantee is probably one of our favorites. It's what I call our bonus guarantee. When our buyers use our preferred lender, we have put some very special arrangements in place where they can be reimbursed for their closing costs for up to $10,000, which proves to be an incredible savings for our buyers. Tom, if I could ask you, why was it in the first place, why was it that you wanted to do business with me and my team?
Well, Brian, I heard about you through a mutual business associate, and he recommended strongly that I get in touch and try and earn your business. And I'll tell you, since the day that we've met and I've met your team, he was absolutely right. You have a top-notch group, one of the best real estate companies, if not the best in the valley that I've ever worked with.
Great, great. Now, because of your value, or the value you put on our working relationship, what kind of benefits are you willing to pass on to our clients, the clients that we send to you?
Well, your customers absolutely get preferred service without a doubt. They come first and foremost in every aspect of our business at Oak Hill Mortgage. And I'll tell you right now, you get the best rates in the valley that we could possibly give any customer. And on top of that, we initiated the closing cost program, whereas we can give back up to $10,000 of closing costs back to your customer after the close of escrow.
Okay, so you mentioned this $10,000 up to $10,000 that they can recapture or recuperate after the close. Now, do you offer this to any other clients?
No, it only goes to the best client we have, and that's American Realty and your team, Brian.
Okay, great, appreciate that. Another big problem that a lot of home buyers face is not having a clear picture of how to pick a good agent. If you could imagine a sports team or a Fortune 500 company just picking their top player or their best executive simply because they had a nice smile or they dressed nice or they sounded good over the phone, that you could see quickly how that would be a big mistake for them. Imagine the LA Lakers picking their top player simply because they thought he had a nice smile or because he was tall. Really what would be more important for them would be, well, what kind of performance does he have? Does he make a lot of baskets in the game? Is he a good team player? Does he foul out all the time? They're definitely going to be more concerned with that rather than some of the other things that people generally allow themselves to be influenced in their choosing an agent. To do anything less than that would be like playing blind archery. It'd be like putting on a blindfold and trying to hit a target. Yeah, it's possible you can hit the target on the first try, but it's very unlikely. So when choosing an agent, a buyer really would want to ask some very specific questions. Questions such as, are you full-time in the business? How many years have you been in the business? How many buyers have you actually helped to get into homes? What are the ways that they ensure that you have full access to all the available homes that are out there so that you don't miss out on the perfect one? Another good one might be, what if I'm not happy with the home that you sell to me? Do you help me out after the sale? And if they're a single agent working by themselves, well, what if you're too busy to show me a home at a particular time? Do you have anyone else that can help me out when I'm there and I found a great home? So really, these important questions and these criteria, these are the kinds of things that a buyer would want to consider before they hire any agent, especially in such an important financial transaction as buying a home.
So when you hire Brian Pellican and his team to find your next home, you'll get a team of professionals, unprecedented levels of access to home information, ironclad performance guarantees, and because they sell so many homes, you'll get big discounts to their affiliates.